We do have to mention, though, RNG does not have a very strong bot lane. If WE and Zero manage to pick up the Janna, this lane is not going to go very well. And you also have to factor in that the Skarner is not really a early ganker. He can kind of... well, I wouldn't say like not an early ganker, but he does need boots to really facilitate his ganks. So you do have that timing window before the first rotation to really bully and set that lane up.
Nothing quite so tragic as sprinting into a lane, then realize the other person is just faster than you and simply turns around and walks away. Well, the person who won't have that problem is Zatai, taking Sion for himself in the top lane, as Shen is going to be locked in here for WE, going to Zero in the bottom lane.
I really like this pickup just because he can kind of split lane with Sion, and it really negates the global pressure coming in from the unstoppable, not unstoppable force, but from Sion's ultimate. And he can kind of match that pressure. Also very important for WE is that they get some pressure in the jungle. They really have to be fighting this Skarner for their own jungle control. Like we've said previously, if Skarner is able to set up camp and get those spires down, it's actually very difficult to remove him. And here we see one of Xiaohu's counter picks to the Ryze, going back to the Syndra. Yeah. Not a very strong pick in terms of the meta, but as a Ryze counter pick, we've seen both Rookie and Xiaohu go into this matchup.
Bit of a confident statement from Xiaohu saying, hey, I might be 11th in KDA. But that's just because I wasn't playing at full power. Now that he has Uzi back, now that he's got Karsa and Zatai, RNG are looking nigh unstoppable, at least after that first game that we've seen. Will WE be able to put a dent in this boulder that's beginning to roll, or will RNG roll over them here in this game 2?
This is a really interesting composition because for WE, it's really about stopping the engage coming in from RNG. If you look at the engage tools, there's Sion, there's Skarner, there's Alistar. Those are a lot of things that can end the fights very quickly before the team fights even really begin. So it's going to be up to WE, going to be up to the Shen, which is, I'm sorry, actually a support pick to really negate those engages.
Lots of love for RNG in the crowd today. You can see that it is a packed house. All 500 seats are sold to witness the return of the crownless king. And not only that, but the return of RNG. This is the Royal Never Give Up that we were proud to send to Worlds just a few months ago, not the RNG of just a few weeks ago.
And I'm really curious if they think this is their kind of best set of lineups. They have 480 carries. They have 2 people in the top lane, 2 people in the 4 seconds of CC right there. He could really make a lot of action happen.
Whoa, Xie with the Realm Warp onto Karsa.
Why?
He's got his stopwatch ready. He's pulled forward. True Shot Barrage finds only Zero. He flashes over, and they catch Xiaohu. He flashes to escape, but dies. First blood, Xie.
So I actually didn't factor in the 2 globals coming out from WE. I thought that was kind of
going in. Flash knock up, and that's going to be the Impale pulling forward Mystic plus Ignite plus a heal. 90 caliber. The auto attack gets Uzi the kill. And Zero under the turret. Karsa does not stop. This guy has no chill. Flash gets him to safety, and he slows with the Shadow Blade as Ming has to retreat from Xie. A stun pins him against the wall. Magic is almost ready, but doesn't get the knock up, and Ming escapes with his life.
Also on the bottom lane, Zero is able to get away, but the Cannon Barrage comes in.
Oh, Uzi is very deep. He goes into the turret and goes down. That's going to be 957 getting the kill.
Yeah, that was a bit unfortunate there. Really wanted the extra 50% assist gold on that kill, but probably wouldn't have even been punished for it.
Well, they'll certainly get an opportunity later in the game.
Ooh, Shen coming in as well.
Engaged upon a knockback plus a knock up on the Magic.
3v3.
They're trying to target him. Xiaohu drops himself in the stopwatch. Magic with the dive. He's able to get the kill, but doesn't escape with his own life. 1 for 1 so far. Mid for jungle as Zatai had teleported in. That means that 957 gets to continue farming top, but Ming shows himself thinking of making something happen as he shows up behind Xie.
Oh, and Karsa has the ultimate now.
Him back. Stopwatch doesn't get him far enough. Zero with the 1-2. Shadow Dash buys time, blocks auto attacks. True Shot Barrage dodged as the Impale pulls him back in, and Xie finally will go down.
What a cheeky little play from Ming, hiding in the brush and waiting for Xie to walk up himself. They definitely understand
the difference that regeneration making the first Ocean Dragon. Mystic over the wall. Looks for the Peacemaker. Ooh, just a bit too late. Smite secure for Karsa, equalizing these Ocean Dragons. Suddenly that extended laning phase not quite as favorable as they would want, though Karsa just trying to scare them back. Zatai actually forced to back away as Magic converts the blue buff into a top lane, but that means bottom is undefended. Cannon barrage onto the minion wave, but immediately they target Mystic. He's pulls in and died without using a spell. Still, they chase on to Zero, who flashes away, so just a single kill for RNG, but first brick to WE.
I really love.
Oh, he's almost got it ready, the knockup, but still, 957 finishes it off, and Herald continues to charge. Meanwhile, fight in the mid lane. Shie eats the unleashed power, and he's slowly being burned down, but Magic joins in. Shie still alive. They've managed to kill Zatai on the far side. He's trying to get in there. That's going to manage to tag onto Shie. He's backing away. Zero kiting it around as best he can. But this will be Magic left behind. He flashes back. Another shot from Uzi. Red buff slows. He finally goes down as Ming is forced to flash away, but Mystic has joined the fight.
How many kills can they really get here?
He's going to cut them off. Shie finally gets another. Karsa chases forward, but Shie split from his team. He's got no stopwatch. He's still got the damage. He's alive. Finally dies, but WE win the fight. 4 members for 2, soon to be 5. Ace in the hole. Ace for WE.
Massive barrel coming out there for 957, catching 3 people over the wall and really sealing the deal, chunking out so many members from RNG. And that was just weird macro play from coming out from RNG's side. The bot lane tower completely undefended, and then they go for the 3.
They're putting up some huge work here.
Let's see the 3-man again. All the damage should go down onto Shie. Try to snipe him out, but the stand united, keeping him alive. Also a heal coming in. Uzi is just really late on this rotation, and I feel like this is hesitation from the shot calling of RNG. They're not really committed to anything. They're not committed to the top lane tower. They're not committed to defense on the bot lane tower. And they also lose this mid-game fight because they're so slow on the rotation.
WE finally collapse. It looks very dangerous as Shie seems to go in alone against 4 people.
Watch this barrel over the wall coming in. Forces, actually just a 2-man, but forces the stopwatch out from Uzi and kind of gives his life up because Mystic RNG. And Mystic is going to have an easy time pelting people in the backline.
2.5 items nearly at that massive 3-item spike for Caitlyn. As that's a Realm Warp way into the back. Ming is ready, but it's to the flash. He immediately turns. Ace in the hole. They burn Uzi down. Welcome back. Plus a further dive onto Ming allows Magic to escape with his life. And like you said, Mystic is free firing. Look at the damage this guy is doing. 957 chucking barrels in there too.
That was very risky, but it did pay off. They didn't actually have vision of Xiaohu, nor did they really know where Karsa was. So going for that fight next to an Alistar, that seems very un-WE to me. Very, very aggressive call.
Now they turn on to the Baron. Zero on the backside used his Shadow Dash to try to prevent this vision, to try to prevent the chance for Karsa to get in. He's coming in from behind, gets through the traps, 1800 health. Zatai over the wall, and Baron picked up by Magic. Zero gets the Shadow Dash onto Xiao. He's locked down, and another kill to WE. 9,000 gold ahead.
And it's before 25 minutes. This is traditionally when we associate Caitlyn as being kind of in a power trough. Hasn't really completed her crit items, but she's already 10k ahead. There really is not much of a way for RNG to come back into this game. Watch this again. There was a lot of possibilities for this to go very, very wrong. They didn't have vision of Xia, who didn't know where Karsa was. Look at the red side quadrant. That's actually entirely blank. So a bit of guesswork and luck coming into the play, still managed to...
from going off, but it's back off of cooldown. Predator has been used, the flash engage. They managed to target onto him, and Zero is pulled in. That's the Shadow Dash, and a huge stun in the back. Mystic still firing. He's targeting Uzi. He's found it by flashing forward. WE reposition and win that kill. Realm Warp to dive in.
Going straight into the base, 1v3.
Once again knocked up, but he's still able to scare RNG back. They turn it around and are racing back to the fountain, but WE are thirsting for blood. Ace in the hole gets another kill. 4 members for 1.
And W are going to close out the game. Only 1 member standing for RNG. That was not a very good target initiation coming in from Karsa. Picking off the support doesn't really mean anything. And you could see the flank coming in from 957. does land the barrel and finishes with a flash and the passive from Gangplank.
And with that, WE turn on to the Nexus and even up the series. Mystic looks at Uzi and says, you may be fearless, but you are not peerless.
Such a good change, turn of events for WE, picking up the Caitlyn. We've been talking about this for 2 series straight. Just pick the Caitlyn. It gives you a winning lane. Why are you shying away from it? And also this game, I think the big blunder from RNG is still their macro mistakes. Losing 3 points on the map at the same time, not committing to anything. So maybe the shot calling is still very